Are we, as Montreal Canadiens fans, destined to forever gaze into the abyss of our second-line center void, or will we finally see a decisive move that fills this gaping hole? For seasons, it's felt like a recurring nightmare, a puzzle piece perpetually missing from our championship aspirations. But as the trade deadline looms, a new name has emerged from the rumor mill. A potential solution that could finally bring stability and depth to our forward ranks. Charlie Coyle? Is this the moment we've been waiting for? Or just another tantalizing whisper in the wind? The Montreal Canadiens, a franchise steeped in history and a passionate fan base, have been on a long and often painful journey of rebuilding. While flashes of brilliance from our young stars ignite hope, one glaring weakness has persistently held us back: the elusive second-line center. It's the linchpin of a successful offensive attack, the player who can drive play, create scoring chances, and provide crucial support to our top talent. Without it, our lineup feels perpetually out of balance, forcing square pegs into round holes and limiting the potential of our wingers. We've seen promising talents like Kirby Dach attempt to seize the role, only to be sidelined by the cruel hand of injury. His health, or lack thereof, has become a significant question mark, leaving us to wonder if we can truly rely on him to anchor that pivotal position. When Dach is healthy, he shows glimpses of what he can be. But consistency has been a struggle, largely due to his stints on the injured reserve. This makes the need for a reliable, proven center even more acute. A team cannot build a consistent contender with such a critical position in constant flux. The ripple effect of a weak second-line center is felt throughout the entire lineup, forcing other players into roles they're not ideally suited for and ultimately diminishing our overall offensive output. It's not just about scoring. It's about possession, defensive responsibility, and the ability to control the pace of the game in the middle of the ice. This is where the whispers of Charlie Coyle begin to gain significant traction. Heavy.com recently floated an intriguing trade proposal that would see the Canadiens acquire the veteran center from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Coyle, currently in the final year of a substantial 6-year, $31.5 million contract, represents exactly the kind of experienced, versatile player the Habs desperately need. He's a proven commodity, a player who brings a blend of size, skill, and defensive responsibility that could immediately elevate our middle six forward group. Last season, Coyle put up 17 goals and 18 assists for 35 points, solidifying his reputation as a reliable two-way center capable of contributing offensively, while also being responsible in his own end. He's not a flashy superstar, but he's a workhorse, a player who makes his line mates better and provides the kind of stability that allows a coach to roll out 3 effective lines. The proposed deal involves the Canadiens sending young defenseman Jayden Struble, a 2026 second-round pick, and a 2026 fourth-round pick to Columbus. On the surface, this package seems reasonable, offering the Blue Jackets a chance to recoup draft capital and add a promising young blue liner. Struble, at 23 years old, has shown potential, recording 2 goals and 11 assists for 13 points in 56 games last season. He's entering the first year of a 2-year, $2.8 to $5 million contract. And while he might not have a clear path to consistent playing time in Montreal's increasingly crowded defensive cores, he could find a significant role in Columbus. For the Blue Jackets, a team in a different stage of their rebuild, acquiring a young, cost-controlled defenseman and future draft picks makes a lot of sense. They're looking to build for the future, and these assets align perfectly with that strategy. However, for the Canadiens, parting with a second-round pick, even 2 years down the line, is always a significant decision. Our prospect pool is strong, but draft picks are the lifeblood of a rebuilding team. The question becomes, is Coyle worth the price? If he can step in and solidify that second-line center role, providing the depth and experience we crave, then, absolutely. He's a player who could immediately make an impact, not just on the ice, but in the locker room, bringing a veteran presence to a relatively young forward group. While the article suggests he might be better suited as a third-line center, even in that role, he would significantly deepen our lineup, allowing other players to slot into more appropriate positions and creating a more balanced and dangerous. Imagine the possibilities. Suzuki on the first line, Coyle on the second, and a strong third-line center providing even more depth. That's a formidable center ice group. What makes this potential acquisition even more compelling is Coyle's recent history. He was on the trade market this past summer, and the Blue Jackets made a bet on him, acquiring him from the Colorado Avalanche. This indicates that other teams see his value. And if Columbus finds themselves out of the playoff picture by the deadline, he will undoubtedly be a highly coveted asset. Blue Jackets general manager Don Waddell expressed excitement about acquiring Coyle, highlighting his experience, versatility, and character. This endorsement from a respected GM further underscores Coyle's value and what he could bring to a team like the Canadiens. Yet, amidst all this speculation and the clear need, there's a curious counter-narrative emerging from within the Canadiens' own front office. Executive Vice President of Hockey Operations, Jeff Gorton, recently stated that he doesn't believe adding a center is a great need and that the team is comfortable with their current situation for training camp. He acknowledged that they're not a finished product and will continue to look for ways to improve, but his comments about being comfortable with their current centers raised more than a few eyebrows among the fan base. Is this a genuine assessment? Or a masterful piece of misdirection? Are the Canadiens truly content to roll into the season with their current center depth, hoping that Kirby Dach can stay healthy and take a significant step forward, or that other prospects will emerge? Or is Gorton simply playing his cards close to his chest, unwilling to tip his hand to rival Gmez about the team's true intentions? It's a classic chess match in the world of hockey management. Admitting a glaring weakness publicly can drive up the asking price for potential trade targets. So, while Gorton's words might seem to downplay the urgency, it's entirely possible that behind closed doors, the search for a reliable center is very much a priority. The reality is, the Canadiens still possess a wealth of assets that could be leveraged in a trade. They have a deep prospect pool, a good collection of young defensemen, and future draft picks. The ability to make a significant move is there. The question is, will they pull the trigger? And if so, when? Waiting until the trade deadline can be a double-edged sword. While it might lower the acquisition cost for a player like Coyle if the Blue Jackets are indeed out of contention, it also means losing out on valuable time for that player to integrate into the team and build chemistry with his new line mates. Bringing in a player earlier could provide a much-needed boost and help the team establish a stronger identity heading into the crucial middle part of the season. The acquisition of Charlie Coyle, even if it means parting with a promising young defenseman and draft capital, could be the kind of shrewd, impactful move that propels the Canadiens forward. It addresses a long-standing need with a proven, reliable player. It adds depth, versatility, and experience to a forward group that desperately craves it. It allows other players to settle into roles where they can truly excel. So, as we look towards the trade deadline, the Canadiens face a critical decision. Do they continue to preach patience and internal development, or do they seize the opportunity to acquire a player like Charlie Coyle? A player who could immediately make them a deeper, more competitive team? The answer to that question will speak volumes about the management's true assessment of where this team stands and their willingness to make the necessary moves to accelerate our path back to contention. Will we finally see the missing piece fall into place, or will the second-line center remain our perennial white whale? Only time and perhaps a bold move will tell. What do you think, Habs fans? Is Charlie Coyle the answer to our second-line center prayers? Should the Canadiens make this trade, or is the cost too high? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready for the Habs to make a splash.